Oslo is the capital of Norway and has 720,000 inhabitants, with an expected population of 787,000 by 2040. The city's rich biodiversity and varied landscapes, with rivers flowing down to the fjord, are the reasons why a settlement developed here over 1,000 years ago. Oslo is being sculpted from within, and green belts from the protected forest into the city centre give Oslo a nature-oriented identity. The My Neighbourhood framework is important for Oslo to learn how we can solve societal dilemmas, be resistant-oriented and develop and maintain good neighbourhoods. We are confident that the network of cities working with the My Neighbourhood framework can bring about significant benefits.
Oslo is also a fjord city, where significant planning measures have been taken to give the entire population access to the sea. A vibrant pedestrian area has been created here, where all kinds of social activities take place. Deichman Bjørvika is an example of a building that functions as a social meeting place year-round, as do the saunas. Oslo is a diverse city, and 1 out of 3 residents has an immigrant background. As many as 8 out of 10 people are happy living in Oslo, but we face major social inequalities. Some of the wealthiest people in the country live here, while 16,000 children live in low-income families. The housing market is under great pressure, and a nurse can only afford 2.4% of the available homes. However, 1 out of 4 residents live alone. Despite the abundance of nature, 35% of the population live in noise-exposed areas. The northern climate also presents challenges, particularly in the autumn and winter months, when it is dark, wet, and cold to be outside. There are significant differences in the opportunities children have for recreational activities across the 4 seasons.
In the municipal master plan, we have defined 6 wicked problems. They are climate and nature crisis, the demographic challenge, a difficult housing market, threats to security and public safety, poverty and growing inequality, and youth exclusion. A possible solution to one problem can create conflicting goals and new issues in other areas. We therefore work with urban life projects and pilot work to get better insight before we jump to conclusions. There is a large gap between overall strategy and working at neighborhood level, but it is on the ground that all sectors come into play. Through pilots, we learn a lot that would otherwise be difficult to foresee, and we find solutions together with all age groups, different actors and departments. We also get a deeper understanding on a broader level. In the project Oslo Trees, in example, we plant trees in the ground, but even more important, we strengthen the understanding of trees and nature in the city. In other inclusive neighborhood projects, we get a better understanding of collaboration, participation, partnerships, urban ecology, innovation, system change, land use, and how people can engage and work in their own neighborhood. The SDGs are closely linked to the wicked problems, and we have seen that My Neighbourhood is a useful tool in terms of its conceptual framework and comparative setup of qualities.
Oslo is a growing city, not only in terms of area, but also in its inhabitants. It's becoming a very diverse city, and with that comes a very big responsibility. So Oslo has been working very hard to change areas that before were industrial to now lively neighborhoods. So we have been working, for example, in Hovindbyen. And the goal is that Hovindbyen will become an epicenter of the activity in the future, where connectivity encourages people to connect, to build communities. Yeah, so tools like My Neighbourhood help us to maintain a balance between the zoom out, that is the global context and who we, Oslo, is in that context, but also the zoom in of how the city is really being experienced in the daily life by those who inhabit it.